Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video on the main channel, and today we're back with another top 10. The top 10 series is continuing. We're still doing the top 10 types of Pokemon because you guys seem to have done it. We've done Ice, we've done Normal, we're now doing Ghost. We're doing the Ghost Boys. Same with the last podcast, we're joined by Mr. Jack.
Hello.
And Mr. Dintenhawk as well.
Hello.
Who's the Ghost Boy. Because he suggested to do ghost types next.
I love
so we're
ghosts.
doing ghost types. And obviously there's less to choose from than the normal type video, but there's more than the ice type video. But I feel like
ghost type is pretty like I think it's like pretty low down when it comes to like number of Pokemon. It's one of the lowest, I think.
Yeah, I know early gens, because first gen there was only the Gengar line, Gen 2 was only Miss Magius, there was like none, and then they kind of just throw us all in our face in the later gens kind of thing. For ghost type boys.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm excited for this one because hopefully there's not a meme pick in this one like Thorot and Bidoof or Sveal.
I feel like there's less room for a meme pick this time. I feel like there's not as many ghost type Pokemon that could sort of fill that meme role. There's one or two, but
there's a couple, but
there's going to be a meme pick. You already know.
You already know it. So today, today we asked 21 different people. So is that 210 today? The maximum points Pokemon can get. So we asked me, Ben, ChatGPT, staple, Scoots, Gareth, Who, Ryman, Spider-Man, Reese, Jack, Guzma, Alcarez, Molly, Foss, Luna, Bradlow, H, Nintenhawk, Reflect, Saturn, and Shadow. So actually, Sprangle didn't give me a list today, so that might affect things.
Sprangle didn't give you a list. That's the person who's like username used to be Giratina.
Yeah, so that may change what is on ranking on our list today, because you didn't give me a list. So we start off in 15th spot with 24 points.
Okay.
In 15th with 24. So
yeah,
you can probably see where this might be going today. A lot of high scorers today.
Yeah, like I said before we started this, I think this is going to be a pretty unanimous thing. I think it's so we'll see, but I think this is going to be pretty obvious.
I'm really curious.
This Pokemon in 15th spot, one person had second, one person had third. Shadow Ryman. This Pokemon is a regional form.
Okay.
But it didn't rank in our top 10 regional forms video.
Of course.
I might know this one.
It's Typhlosion.
Typhlosion. Okay, I thought it was going to be Marowak, but Typhlosion. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right. I mean, I basically feel about it more or less the same as I do about the regular Typhlosion. Neither of them really do much for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like it. It just looks like it's high.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does.
There isn't much change between the normal one and the dead one. Apart from
I mean, I said this. Color. Yeah, I mean, I think I said this before at some point, but Legends Arceus in terms of like the starters, like they really could have gone harder with like Samurott and Typhlosion.
Yeah, because I think they
like the situation was a little bit different, but the other two like basically just It was like a palette swap in Smash Bros or something. It was just like not a big enough change at all.
I hope they do it differently.
Like I was so glad that I picked Rowlet in that game.
I mean,
I picked Cynical because I was hoping that the final four would be cool because I didn't see them before I played it, but it was just the same.
Yeah, and I picked Oshawott, and it was exactly the same with Samurott, which is very upsetting. But yeah, I wasn't expecting Typhlosion to get the top 15, not like, because I thought it was just like, oh yeah, great, it's basically Typhlosion. But
yeah, I didn't think it would get this high. It's like I have because there's not as many of them. I've actually done the whole like tier list ranking again, and I've got him at 39.
Fair.
And that one's a little surprising.
Well, being out of 78 today, that's kind of like, it did all right. Got about mid-table. So yeah, so we move on up to 14th spot, 26 points, 2 points more than Typhlosion. This Pokemon, I believe, is generation number 4. One person had it first, which was Mr. Spider-Melon. No one else had it in their top 3. It's a evolution added to generation 4. It's
Okay.
Dusknoir.
Dusknoir. Okay.
Okay.
No, I think
so. I feel like
Dusknoir nearly made my list, but he didn't make it.
Dusknoir, I had at 25, so he was like he was up there, but not like close to my top 10.
Yeah.
I feel like he was definitely really, really popular back in the day. I feel like maybe not so much now, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I feel like it was a good addition to
like,
that line as well.
Yeah, probably like outside my top 10. I was kind of debating. I was like, yeah, that's not top 10 though.
Yeah.
Because in Legends, don't you have to? Because I'm at the point in the game again where you have to get the Dusclops. I think is it Dusclops or the Dusknoir? I can't remember now. You have to go to before you get Basque Legion. You need to get to.
Remember.
Is it Dusclops or the Dusknoir? I can't remember. But I think it's. I'm pretty sure it's Dusclops. So it kind of like, well, Dusclops. Why is it not Dusknoir? Kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't remember honestly.
I can't remember. But I was. Yeah, Dusknoir. I got a list of like 15, 12 to break down my top 10, and Dusknoir was one of the ones I had to cross off because he didn't quite make it. I don't know why. I just feel like he's more. He gives off like the ghost vibe. He's like really like big and scary and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like for me, there's just other ghost types that are just like so much better. Like I don't dislike Dusknoir at all, but there was just 24 that I think were better than Dusknoir. So
that's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair. So yeah, Dusknoir in 14th spot. Next up, we have another Pokemon, 1 point more than Dusknoir. This Pokemon has been previously ranked in the DVS top 10.
Okay.
It's actually been ranked in 2 different videos in DVS top 10.
Right.
So the highest someone had it was second, which was Saturn. It ranked 3rd in our regional forms video and 5th in our normal types video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what it is then.
The Hisuian Zoroark.
Yeah, okay. So I had this in 5th overall for ghost types.
Yeah, that was my 6th.
Yeah. I feel like I'm honestly surprised this isn't in the top 10, but was it 13, 12?
13th, yeah.
13, yeah, that's okay.
So pretty good.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we already talked about it literally in the previous video, like why it's
really good.
Why it's so good. But yeah, it is just a really, really cool Pokemon.
Yeah.
It stands out really more amongst ghost types as well because it's not as many.
Yeah, true.
Great shiny. It's just freaky looking. I think it's fitting.
I think it really is.
Like a ghost. It's just great.
Such a good.
I think it just comes down to I really like the design very much.
It's good design.
Yeah.
Like I've used it in like competitive at the minute, and I really like using it. So that it nearly made my list just for that reason, and I like it shiny. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was expecting to get like 9th or 10th on this list, like that kind of area. I know the ghost pool is quite stronger, I think, than the normal type pool, which is why I got higher on that video, I would say. Like there's a lot near the top because normal type was more like spread out a bit. Maybe Zoroark slipped into 5th in that one, but yeah, 27 points for Hisuian Zoroark.
Yeah, I don't mind that one too much.
I'm happy with that.
Number 12. This Pokemon 2 people had first, and it got 28 points.
Okay.
This Pokemon also ranked in a previous DVS top 10. Foss and Luna had it number 1. It got a silver medal in one of my top 10 videos before, so today it got a 12th. It was in the Ice type video.
Oh, okay.
Frostlass.
Number
12.
I had Frostlass on 9.
Yeah,
like I do like that Pokemon, but it's not high up on my list.
For me, it's just a similar thing to Dusknoir. I like it, but there's just a lot better ones for me. I had it at 28 overall.
I think Frostlass made my ice type list in like 6th or 7th, but he was like, or she was like nowhere near my top 10 this time. I don't know why.
I think Frostlass was sort of close for me for ice types, but there's also less ice types that I like. I like ghost types a lot more than in general.
For sure. So so most of his points came from Foss and Luna. Otherwise, it would only have 8 points. But I was expecting it ranked high in ice, so I thought it'd rank high in ghost today, and it kind of did in 12th. Not too mad at it.
Yeah,
12 points.
12
Yeah, I just found my ice type. In ice type, it was 19, so it's still like not actually as high as I thought it was. But yeah.
Frostlass, can't complain. Gen 4 again.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the Hisuian Zoroark for me. I just kind of really like the design.
Yeah,
for sure. Now we move on to the Pokemon just missing out on the top 10. Just missing out on the top 10. This Pokemon got 31 points. Just missing out on top 10, 31. Only one person had it in their top 3, which was a second placer. This Pokemon is from generation number 1.
Okay.
The only person who had it in their top 3 was Reese, who had it second. It was on my list in number 4. Haunter.
Okay. To be fair, I'm not surprised actually. Like when I was putting my list together, because I went just from Gen 1 through to Gen 9, so I just did it in order, and it stayed in my top 10 for a long, long time before I finally found more that were above it.
Yeah.
Like it holds up. Like in terms of like the design, it holds up versus a lot of the types.
I love I love that whole evolution line, but I didn't want to include all the evolution line.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. To be fair, Ghastly is a little bit lower down for me. Haunter I actually have at 13 overall. It was close.
I had
Haunter's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just kept going through all the gens. I was like, is Haunter gonna get knocked off this list eventually? Like, it's still there. It's still there.
I just feel
like I could have easily trolled and just put all the different kinds.
Oh my god. Well, to be fair, Reese's list was all basically that, pretty much. When you get to that, but yeah, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but I had Haunter higher than Gengar on my list because in the anime, in that special episode where Ash had Haunter for a bit, I thought that was a really cool episode. I prefer Haunter's shiny to Gengar's just because of the blue tongue. Like, I absolutely love it. And I just feel like it's a better. It gives off more of a ghost type than Gengar for me. Like when you think of a ghost type, I think of like Haunter. Like if you say generic ghost, I think Haunter's like the most like generic ghost you could get. And he also looks like Slime from Ghostbusters.
It's interesting because I know you're not the only one with that opinion.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people really like Haunter as well.
And also, Haunter's not like if you go in competitive, Haunter's not even that bad. Like, he's not as like fast and as strong as Gengar, but he can hold his own, for sure.
Haunter's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
I mean, I've been doing Kaizo Ironmon, and Haunter was actually one of my best Pokemon for a bit.
So good, man. Yeah. So that was the highest. So that's just missed out on top 10, Haunter. Not mad at 31 points.
Okay.
You know, not too bad. Now we get into top 10 territory.
Alright, here we go.
Right. So Haunter missed out on the top 10 by 5 points. So the one in 10th had 36 points. Only one person had it in their top 3, which was Ben. This Pokemon is also a regional form. It ranked 8th in that video, and it's a Lolawak.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured he would be high up. I don't know how high, but I figured he'd be mentioned. I have him at 15.
I had him at 6.
I'm at 7. I really like that Pokemon.
Yeah.
I know we talked about Lolawak.
It's really cool.
Cool design. I like it. I know we talked about it in the regional forms video, but I like it, like its design. I like its like trial in Sun and Moon. I just like all the things about it, really.
Yeah, like the trial of Sun and Moon gives it a big boost. It's one of the like more memorable things from that game for me.
100%.
Also, it's really subtle, but I really like the shiny with it just being like dark purple.
Dark purple, yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Fits the vibe really well.
It does.
And
I like that. I think just in general, I like that they chose Marowak to give a ghost type thing too, because of the whole Cubone thing.
Backstory,
that's
right.
really
I like the decision there.
For it. Like going into Sun and Moon when they first announced like regional forms, I don't think Marowak ever crossed my mind to get one. I just thought, oh, Marowak just forgotten Pokemon from Gen 1. Ooh, and then just went.
And now it's like one of my favorite regional forms.
And it's like one of the best regional forms out there. It's like, okay, huzzah, we'll take it.
Like, I did not expect that.
No, not at all. It's interesting. But yeah, Alolawak, 10th spot. Can't complain.
I like that one.
Yeah. We move on up to 9th spot, 38 points. It still surprised me that 38 points is like 9th. Usually like top 5.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, so in 9th spot, we have a Pokemon from generation number 9.
Okay, I think there's one of two things this could be.
This Pokemon ranked 16th in our top 10 Gen 9 Pokemon video. 3 people had it top 3, but no one had it number 1. Foss had it 3rd. Guzma had it 3rd. And someone in this call had 2nd place. It's not me.
I think that might be me.
It is Jack.
Yeah.
It's Annihilate.
Yeah. I love Annihilate. I think this is such a cool evolution. It's such a cool idea. Like, the name alone is just like amazing.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool one. I thought about it, but it's probably outside my top 10.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But I absolutely love this thing. Like, it's one of my favorites from Gen 9. Like, just full stop. I just absolutely adore it. I think the design's really cool. I love the concept of the evolution. Like, it's really, really good. And I think, like, I always love when, like, the later games go back to some of the really forgotten older Pokemon. I feel like Primeape really was a really forgotten Pokemon.
Sure.
It's got the same vibe as Marowak. Yeah. Like, it's forgotten from Gen 1. Everyone prefers Machamp and Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
Yeah.
And Primeape's just like, oh, I'm here as well. Hello. Then they go, have a dead evolution. Yay!
Yeah, I would have, like, if I had, like, known about it, because I went into, like, Scarlet and Violet, like, totally blind. I didn't know any of the new Pokemon apart from the starters and, like, the Chonk and that.
Yeah.
If I had known about Annihilate, I would have 100% had one on my team.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, it would have been redundant because I had Skeledirge as well, but whatever. It's Annihilate.
It's Annihilate. What could you do? What could you do about it?
Yeah.
Like, again, like for me, like Jack said, when I played Scarlet and Violet, I didn't go into it. I went into it blind. Most unless the Gen 9 Pokemon I actually used in my playthrough and got a connection with, I don't really like have that connection with because it's only recent game kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I've not got like Annihilate on my list. I don't have like, I don't know what was this. I can't remember now. But like mouse holes, like in the last video, I didn't really interact with it, so it was.
But it's the same for me with like the DLC. Like a lot of people are really big fans of like Ogerpon and stuff, but I never played the DLCs, so for me, I don't really have any interest in them. Well, not interest, but I don't have any attachment to them, like you said.
I do with Ogerpon because I played that DLC.
Same thing.
But I don't.
I like the DLC.
Yeah.
I do need to play them. I don't know why I never did. I never played them, but I will at some point.
I just like the first part more than the second.
Yeah, if you don't play both of them, play the first one. I think the first one's much better than the second one.
Fair.
Only because I'm biased and I hate double battles.
I guess they like, for me at least, they kind of overhyped the second DLC. So like, it was kind of a letdown in a way.
That's fair.
Like the first one was great though.
Yeah, first one top tier. But yeah.
Anyway,
8th spot, 40 points, 2 points more than Annihilate. This Pokemon, someone had first spot, and Alcaraz had 3rd.
Okay.
This Pokemon is from generation 7. Yeah, 7. No, 7? Yeah, 7. He's from Alola. He is. You get him. You can get him early on in the game. Decidueye.
Oh, okay.
We get Rowlet at the start of the game.
You threw me off if you can get him early. I was like, well, what do you mean?
Like, well, you can get Rowlet early on, but yeah. Decky Dewey.
And this is what, number 8?
It's number 8, 40 points.
Okay, well that's exactly where I had Decidueye on my list, so I'm happy with that.
That is fair.
I absolutely love Decidueye.
I really like this Pokemon. I had it at number 5.
I'm just thinking, is it?
I also played Sun and Moon, and Rowlet was my starter, and I remember Decidueye just kicking ass in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I just like. Yeah. I went with Rowlet as well, for Sun and Moon because I was so. Like this one, I did see the final evolutions at the start before I played, and I was so horrified by Incineroar that I switched paths and went to Rowlet instead. And yeah, I was very, very happy with that decision.
I was the popular guy, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer Primarina to Incineroar because Incineroar is hideous.
Yeah,
I agree.
But I think Primarina is super underrated. But yeah, no, Decidueye is where it's at when it comes to the Gen 7 starters.
Like, I feel like
for sure.
The Decidueye's design's really cool. I like its signature move, Spirit Shackle. I think it's a cool animation.
Yeah.
I think its Z move unique Z move was really cool as well. Like it's shiny, good shiny. And,
yeah.
I feel like it went different going from grass flying, dead grass type. Sorry.
Yeah, it was really unique for a starter. I think it was really, really cool.
It's really neat.
I love the backstory.
It's like a Robin Hood.
Yeah.
It's shooting like arrows and stuff.
Yeah.
So sick.
And I like its backstory.
But you don't see that much
as well. Do you know why? Do you know why it became a ghost type?
There's definitely an official reason. I don't know what it is. But
basically, the owl it's based on is extinct. Basically.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. So I've definitely heard that somewhere, but
and then it got devolved to Decidueye because it's extinct and dead. So that's why it's a ghost type. I feel like that adds to it as well.
Oh my god!
It didn't make my list,
really like that.
But I feel like Decidueye, like on another day, it probably would have made it. But it's just I've not played Sun and Moon in forever. But if I did, it'd probably be on the list, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
it's just super cool. I think it's one of the most unique starter evolutions out there.
Yeah, especially in recent times, anyway. I'll say recent times. Gen 7 was like forever ago, but.
Yeah.
Almost 2 consoles away now. Jesus Christ! Right.
I think Obama was still president when Sun and Moon came out.
Yeah, because that was 2015, 16, I think it came out.
16, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Sun and Moon's nearly 10 years old next year.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Right.
It doesn't feel that long.
It doesn't, does it? The wild. Right, moving on up to number 7. This Pokemon got 1 point more than Decidueye.
Okay.
This Pokemon is Generation 8.
Okay.
Scoots had it number 1. Guzma had it second. So did Molly. It's
Generation 8.
It's the final evolution. Some would say they would say it's a pseudo legendary of the generation.
Oh. Yeah.
Dragapult.
Okay, yeah. I was like trawling down my list trying to think what Gen 8s there were, but then I remembered that I'm not a big fan of Dragapult, so I have it a lot lower than most people.
Yeah.
Cool, I have it at 33.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of it. I think like Dragon Ghost is a cool typing for a pseudo legendary. I just I don't know, I've never been drawn to it. Like for me it's kind of like Salamence, like it's just kind of there for me. I don't know why. It's just never vibed with it.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was with you with Dragapult, then you said Salamence. I'm like, well,
I was like, I can understand Dragapult, but Salamence is where I drew.
Oh, when we get to Dragon type, I'm getting fully invested.
I'm gonna get crucified for that.
No, when we get top 10 dragons, we're gonna be we're gonna have a big argument about that. But
I can appreciate how good Dragapult is. in terms of like competitive and all that. Like, I know it's pretty strong, but like,
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with I'm more meant Salamence in the sense that like I'm not drawn to it in the same way I'm not really drawn to Salamence. I don't know why. I'm just not.
I've, the thing is, I didn't enjoy Sword and Shield, and I didn't even finish the game. And I feel like Dragapult, like the super legend you get at the end of the game, I didn't really experience Dragapult. Like I've used it here and there in like showdown random battles. That's about it because obviously Nuzlocke, I can't randomize Gen 8 yet, so it's hard to get one.
Dragapult is pretty fun to use.
Yeah,
I had Dragapult like just at number 10. I just made it.
Like I like its design. I like how it's literally like the baby evolution is on it, and then the big one's there, and then Dragapult up there, kind of thing. But
I really like
shoots its children.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had like that dart attack.
Dragon darts. Really cool. Is it Dragon darts? Yeah, it boosts
Dragon
its.
Dart, I think.
Doesn't
it hit like 2 to 3 times or something.
Yeah. What move am I thinking of where it hits you? It's a Dragon type. If it hits you, then you
put really speed
up. I'm thinking
it's like a really good move as well.
Yeah, it's basically like it's such an interesting design. I like it, but it's like sure, it's like cool. It's not the best pseudo, but it's not the worst.
Yeah. I don't have a lot to say about it. I can understand why people like it. It's just I appreciate why people like it. It's just not really my kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fair.
So that was in 7th place Dragapult. Now we move on to the only tie of the video in 5th spot.
Okay.
Would you like the Pokemon that someone in this call had top 3, or the one that ChatGPT had in their top 3?
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Okay, ChatGPT. This Pokemon has previously ranked in a Devious Ditto top 10 video.
Okay.
But not the one you're thinking of. The top 10 Pokemon that need a Mega Evolution. It ranked in that video.
Oh, okay.
What?
It came 2nd in that video. And ChatGPT had it 3rd, and Mr. Ben had it 2nd. It's from Generation 6.
Okay. I know what this has to be then.
Aegislash.
Yeah. Yeah. This is one of the ones where like going into this, I was like, there's no way Aegislash isn't top 10, like because like people are just obsessed with this bloody thing. They have been ever since X and Y came out. I have it number 6, so I do really like it.
It's not on my list, but I get why people like it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
You know, like people are just obsessed with this thing, and to an extent I am as well because I've got it number 6. But like, yeah, like this thing is just like I feel like this was just one of the major standouts from Gen 6 right from the get go.
Yeah, I feel like I like it. I like how like its form change. I think that's a cool concept. Like it becomes bulkier and then attacking, obviously cool. Like it's shiny as well. It's like black and red. I think really cool design for it. I think
just the concept of a possessed shield and sword is just it's just a really cool idea. Like because something I found when I was doing this ranking is that especially in like the earlier gens, a lot of the ghost types were just like little floaty guy. And it's kind of in the later gens where they're starting to get a little bit more like creative with like having them be like things that are possessed and like you know different kind of takes on it rather than just like little floaty guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Because obviously it's a sword and shield, and it didn't come out in sword and shield. I'm like,
yeah,
bruh, hello. I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like it's gonna have a big part in Legends EA. I don't know why. I just feel like it might do.
I could see that.
Like I could see like the rival having it or something stupid like that. Like
I'm so excited for that game.
We'll find out hopefully some more in like a couple of weeks' time as of recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aegislash with ChatGPT had that 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
Yeah. So then move on to the other Pokemon tied with Aegislash with 45 points. This Pokemon, 2 people had number 1, 2 people had 3rd, and someone in this call had in 3rd spot. This Pokemon's from generation number 9.
Oh, I think I know this one.
Okay.
It came 11th in that video. It's Cerulege.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this Pokemon. It's really sick.
Again, didn't cross it in the playthrough because it's such a ball ache to freaking get.
It's so good though. It's such a good Pokemon.
It was always so funny to me how much harder it was to get Cerulege than to get Armarouge. Like because I'm pretty sure like Cerulege, didn't you have to like get a Pokemon that only appeared in like one spot, whereas I think Armarouge was just like something that appeared everywhere or something.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that one.
I get
the cooler one's harder to get.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not surprised this thing's up there. I've said before about how like every single generation you have like a new mascot for the edgy guys, and like this is the one for Gen 9, and they're always like super popular. You've got like the Lucarios, you've got the Zoroarks, the Greninjas, the like Lycanrocs. Like this is the bat of Gen 9, so I'm not surprised in the slightest. And I had it at number 10, so I do really like it.
Yeah.
It'd probably be higher if I had Violet, but I played Scarlet, so I didn't really ever have one.
Yeah.
It also has this move called like Bitter Blade, I think it is. And it's broken as hell because it's a really strong attack, but you also heal from it too.
Yeah, which is wild.
It's like isn't like a physical ghost type Giga Drain. It's like, bruh, hello? And it hits hard like a truck anyway.
It's
like,
insane.
What did you want from me?
Like pretty much whenever I did raids, like Cerulege was pretty much the one I used.
That was not a normal type. You just hit everything and just win.
Just so good.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Just
like
constantly healing so I don't die.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our joint fifth with Annihilate. Aegislash, sorry. Looking at this list, actually, a lot of the ghost types on here are newer generations, other than Haunter.
That doesn't honestly surprise me because there weren't that many ghost types in the older generations. Like, again, we've already discussed that. Like in the first two gens, you pretty much just had Gengar and Misdreavus.
Yeah.
Like,
and obviously Gen 3
Gen 3 added a few ghost types, but most of them weren't that memorable.
Burnett, Dusclops, those two lines. Obviously, Gen 4 you had
Gen 5 onwards, they started.
Yeah.
Emphasizing ghost types a bit more.
Badass ghost types. Right, top 4 time. So the last Pokemon not making podium today. Two people in this call had in their top 3.
Okay.
This Pokemon got 48 points, 3 points more dangerous than Cerulege. It's ranked in a previous Devious Ditto top 10. That was the legendary video.
Okay.
Where it won that video. It won that video.
Okay.
Jack had it first. Nintenhog had it second.
It's gotta be.
Giratina.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, if Scrangle sent me their list, it would have definitely made the top 3.
Yeah, well, this would have almost certainly been number 1 for Sprangle. So
yeah, it would have got 3rd if Sprangle gave you lists. But yeah, today it got 4th. Giratina.
Well, Sprangle, I hope that you're ashamed.
You made
really
it not
this
get
one.
podium.
I had it in 2nd.
Yeah, I had it in 3rd. I had it. Yeah, I specified the Origin form because I ranked the regular form separately, and it was a bit lower, but. The Origin form I had 3rd place.
I just put them all together because no one had both of them on their list. So I just thought to save time, give it some love.
Yeah,
give it both together.
That's fair. I mean, I went really kind of like pedantic with mine. I mean, I ranked the 2 different versions of Gimmighoul separately as well. Like the little standing one and the guy in the chair. So I ranked those separately too.
Yeah,
so like
that's fair. But yeah, I feel like Giratina would have made my list if I played Platinum growing up. Which I didn't, so I didn't really knew what Giratina was as a child until like I started doing showdown stuff and like newer gens and like, ooh, Giratina's here, that's cool.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I feel like having played Platinum as a kid, that was a big part of why Giratina was so cool. Like when they like, when you saw the Origin form for the first time, it was just kind of mind blowing. And and I'm not gonna like go into the specifics of why because you haven't actually properly finished it yet, but like. the way that they deal with Giratina in Legends Arceus is also a big factor in why a lot of people love it.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
It's like two of like the most popular Pokemon games ever. Giratina is a big part of it.
Yeah.
Like Platinum's arguably one of the best like normal like generic like.
I think a lot of people would make an argument for Platinum being the best Pokemon game of all time.
And then people would also make the fact that Legends Arceus is like the best spin-off Pokemon game
like,
of all time.
Spin-off, yeah.
And both
I think it's like of all the most recent games, I feel like it's the most well-received one for sure.
Yeah. And both of them have like Giratina, it's like a big impact in the story, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like it's why it's up here. Because two of the best games ever made.
It's just cool. It's just cool.
And I also remember watching the movie and like
oh yeah, the movie. One. Yeah.
I was just mesmerized by Giratina. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, like again, we talked about the like Sinnoh movies before, but like those were so top tier. Like
Gen 4/5 was my favorite era of the anime, like all their movies and all the like main series.
Yeah,
also,
so good.
Incredible shiny.
Oh yeah.
And people call it the Great Wall because it can't fucking die because it's so bulky.
Yeah.
And Ghost Dragon type, so that's like one of the best types in the game. Oh my god. Ridiculous. Honestly,
it is really good.
But yeah, for only 4th spot today because of Sprangle. So Sprangle, if you're watching this, it would have got a bronze medal if it wasn't for you. Okay. Right. Top 3. Do you have an inkling what these 3 Pokemon are going to be?
Well, Gengar's going to be here for sure. Like, there's no way Gengar's not here.
About the other 2.
I feel like other contenders are like Rotom, Chandelure, Mimikyu.
I'm thinking maybe Spiritomb.
Spiritomb is a good shout. Yeah, I think it's probably out of those
5.
Yeah. I'd be shocked if it's not any of those.
Yeah.
We shall see, won't we? Right. In 3rd spot with 52 points. So 4 points more than Giratina. So Giratina would have been 3rd, but this got bronze instead.
Yeah.
Only 2 people had it in their top 3, and one of those was ChatGPT.
Okay.
This Pokemon is originated from a DS game. Generation 5.
Okay. Gen 5. Okay.
Chandelure.
Yeah. It was a ghost type from Gen 5. It's going to be Chandelure, isn't it? Because it's not going to be my boy Golurk. So.
But yeah, Chandelure.
I like really debated this Pokemon. It's like right outside my top 10.
It came 9th for me. It came 9th.
I am exactly the same because I have it at 11. It just missed out.
I just feel like it's like going from like we said in the olden days, it's like the little floaty boys like ghosts and whatnot. I feel like Chandelure was the first one. Was like, ooh, like I'm a enchanted chandelier. Ooh.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like the first time where they really went really creative with the concept of a ghost type. I feel like it was and it was really cool. It was one of the most popular mons in Gen 5. It still is, and like. I think just in general, it's just a good Pokemon, just in terms of like actual battling and stuff. It's just
like Ghost Fire is a great typing. It's obviously got Flash Fire, which is really good. Shiny's really cool.
Use it for what you need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think you can get Litwick like kind of early-ish in Gen 5. I think early-ish.
I think so.
Like
I haven't actually played Gen 5 games properly in a while, but yeah I think you can get it quite early.
You can get it quite early on, so you get if you can find a Duskstone. Is it Duskstone or Dawnstone? Duskstone, I think it's Duskstone.
It would be Duskstone because of the ghost type.
Yeah. Like, cool Pokemon. I like it. Didn't the champion didn't use it, but the Elite Four had one, I think. I'm pretty sure.
One of the Elite Four was a ghost type user.
Yeah, because you don't think that was her ace, which I think was really cool as well. I just like it.
Yeah.
It's just overall really good Pokemon, and I just really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much else to say about Chandelure, but it got bronze today, which is kind of wild. With 52 points.
I'm surprised by it.
I'm surprised that it got 3rd. I thought it'd be in the top 15, but
now. Yeah. So, Chandelure got 52 points, right?
Right.
This list is out of 210. right? Second spot got 40 points more than Chandelure.
40 points more?
40 points more than Chandelure.
Jesus Christ.
And it got second place, right? So it got 92 out of 210 and got second. Right.
Oh my god.
And just for context, first space got 98.
98. Okay,
Yeah.
this one got
92.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty close then.
And before my last list came in, they were the other way round.
Who sent the last list?
Shadow.
Shadow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, this Pokemon that came second spot. Only 3 people had first. 3 people had it first and they got 90 points, right?
Yeah.
And then 2 people had it third.
Okay.
Gareth and Molly had it third. Reflect had it first. H had it first. And someone in this call had number 1. This Pokemon...
It's Bramblin! No.
This Pokemon is from Generation 7.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Mimikyu. I had it number 1.
Mimikyu. Of course you had it number 1, yeah. Okay. I'm not surprised by this, even though, like, Mimikyu is, like, not as high for me. I think I had it 22. It's, like, a little bit lower for me, but, like, I'm not surprised in the slightest.
Like, you know, with, like, Gen 7, was, like, that was the edgy one for a Ceruledge. I feel like Mimikyu's not, like, the edgy one from, like, Alola, but I feel like it's one of, like, the ones that are, like, people just remember from Generation 7.
I think it's one of the ones they pushed quite heavily. Kind of like how Gen 9, like, even for no particular reason, pushed Grafaiai quite heavily.
Yeah.
Like some Pokemon you just like, even though Grafaiai is not a lot of people's favorite from Gen 9, I think like it's just one you just remember quite a lot when you think about it. And I think it's kind of the same thing with Mimikyu. Just it got pushed quite heavily. I think the like appearance of the way it, like you encountered it in Sun and Moon also quite helped as well. It was quite memorable.
The trial as well, the Mimikyu trial in like the abandoned like shopping center. I thought it was really cool.
That trial was so bloody hard. Like that was so hard.
Yeah. It's such a like unique backstory as well. Like you don't know what's underneath it. It just wants to be loved, which is why it's dressed up as a Pikachu because everyone loves Pikachu. It was really cool design.
It's really cool
it's
idea.
Shiny. It's really cool. Like the black and white. Like I feel like it's really cool as well.
I don't think I've ever seen shiny Mimikyu actually. Hang on.
Yeah, it's just
pretty neat.
It's just black and white, really.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's sick. I really like Mimikyu. I had him at number 4.
Yeah.
I do like the Pokemon. I remember it absolutely carrying me in Sun and Moon.
Oh,
especially with the disguise ability. My God.
Yeah, disguise was broken in Gen 7 because obviously if you had, I can't remember how it worked now. Was it if you had? I know they changed it. Yeah, if you have full HP, you could basically have a free hit. Which is
that is kind of insane.
And then they changed it and they changed it in like Gen 8 or Gen 9 where you took like 8% like 8% of your health when you hit it as well. So it's kind of like it's a bit weird.
It is amazing because I'll be like, oh, I need a Pokemon to take a hit real quick. Okay, here you go, Mimikyu.
Yeah, just throw out Mimikyu.
And being Ghost Fairy type, you could just jump in on a normal fighting type anyway and get another free hit.
Yeah.
And the Dragon type for that matter. It's got 3 immunity and has disguise. Like, hello.
Yeah, that's kind of mad.
I think mine was broken. It had like Swords Dance, Play Rough,
Shadow Sneak.
Oh god.
That's all you need. And it gets Drain Punch.
Oh my god. Yeah. It sounds like a Nuzlocke's dream.
When I played Ultra Sun and Moon, Mimikyu got me through Ultra Necrozma. Without it, I would still not be in it to this day. 100%.
I'd still be playing it right now.
I'd still be playing it right now. Because literally, my entire strategy was send in Mimikyu, take a hit, revive something else, get a play rough off, make that die, revive something else, just keep doing that for like 20 times, and it died.
Just keep sending in Mimikyu to tank all the hits.
Tank a hit, revive all my team, do some damage to it, and then go back in again. That was it's such a cool Pokemon. And I don't know, because I like the Pika clones. It's not really a Pika clone, but I really do like it.
Yeah.
I was surprised it got number 1 for me on my list, to be honest, going through it. Honest to God. I thought like, oh yeah, I like Mimikyu. Then after looking for it, I'm like, hang on a minute. No, it can't be beaten. But you know what? Mimikyu. 92 points.
I mean, I kind of figured you would have Rotom at number 1, but...
Rotom was in my top 3, but he's not number 1.
Fair.
But the number 1 today got 98 points.
Okay. Well, I think we all know what this is, so we don't need to pretend.
Yeah, so if it was out of 210, it nearly got 50%, because like 50% would have been 105. So it's like less, it was like 8 points off like 50% of the vote, which is insane.
Yeah.
So the funniest thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people had it number 1, and no one had it second, no one had it third. So literally, it was either number 1 on people's lists or like bottom 5 or whatever, or not even on it. So Shadow had it number 1, which is why it overtook, because it currently was, because without Shadow's list, it would have been on 88 points and come second.
Damn.
Guzma had it first. Reese had it first. Who had it first? Nintendohawk had it first. And ChatGPT had it number 1.
Yeah,
Gengar.
that doesn't surprise me.
Gengar.
Okay, ChatGPT's base.
Yeah, I had so I did not have Gengar first. Gengar was number 4 for me.
It was number 5 for me.
Fair.
You can't like, no matter like how many ghost types they make, you can't beat just how just classic Gengar is. You just can't.
It's just like, especially like in like literally when you load up Pokemon for the first time ever, it's Nidoking versus Gengar, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I also don't know what it is, but I just love that wicked smile he has.
He's such a cool
man. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's so.
Yeah, they just, I think they just did a really great job of just like making it just like feel really strong. Like even if it maybe isn't the strongest Pokemon going anymore, like it always just feels really, really powerful. I can't really explain.
Yeah.
They love it so much. They gave it a Mega form. They gave it a Gigantamax form. I'm pretty sure they gave it a Z move as well. They're like, hello, Gengar is here.
Gengar always be one of the like most popular Pokemon out there. Like, if you were to say like, I think if you were to just like list the top 10 most popular Pokemon, I think Gengar would have a strong chance of making the list.
100%.
Oh, for sure. I actually know a lot of people who are like me and love Gengar so much.
Yeah.
Nintendo push
I've actually
it when
seen that a lot.
when it comes to Halloween, Nintendo are pushing Gengar everywhere.
Yeah.
It's either Gengar, Mimikyu, and Pikachu. It's like, oh, the top 2. They push them everywhere for Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, Gengar just is the iconic ghost type. Like, just out of all of Pokemon, it just is. Like, I don't think that's ever going to change.
And every time I do a Nuzlocke and I get a Gengar, I'm like, yes, I got power. It's like,
yeah,
you just can't deny it. It's such a good Pokemon.
Yeah.
It just feels good, I guess. That my favorite Pokemon is also like really good.
Yeah.
In these games.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of a glass cannon, but they hit hard.
I feel like in the early gens though, when Ghost was physical, it kind of didn't help it that well because it couldn't really use its Ghost type moves because its attack was abysmal.
No, but equally, I think in the earlier gens, it being like arguably the only Ghost type that was halfway decent, also kind of made it a lot more fun in people's minds.
And people usually just put,
because like Gen 3 might have introduced quite a few Ghost types, but I don't think any of them were that good. Like Dusclops wasn't that good until they made Dusknoir. Like
Banette wasn't good.
Banette's never been that good except for its Mega.
Yeah, exactly. Gen 4 only really had Frostlass and Rotom, I think, Ghost types wise, I think.
It had Miss Magius as
well. Yeah. But yeah, Gengar won today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that does not surprise me in the slightest.
It didn't surprise me, like, going into it. Like, for the longest time, Gengar was winning by like a sequential margin, and Mimikyu just made a late surge to go to the top.
Yeah.
I thought, and literally 20 minutes before I pressed the record button, I was like, oh my god, what they're gonna when Mimikyu wins, they're gonna be what the fuck is happening? And then last minute, Gengar came in to save the day to get top spot on our list.
Yeah.
Well, if they didn't get Sprangle's list, I don't know if they would have put Mimikyu or Gengar on their list because that might have swayed it.
Had Gengar high. She would have had Gengar high.
Yeah.
I think she probably would have Gengar above Mimikyu.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'd say so. But yeah, so that was our.
I also think like if for anyone that's probably only played like a lot of the early generations, like you're gonna pick Gengar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Case in point, Reese. There's no other Pokemon who's going to have number 1 because all he knows is Gen 1 and Bidoof.
No. Reese has been going into the Alola love at the minute. So.
Oh yeah, he's been playing Sun and Moon actually, hasn't he?
Yeah, he had Mimikyu on his list. He had a Alola on his list. You know.
Fair, actually.
Yeah.
He's getting there. We'll make a Pokemon
trainer out of him one day. Exactly. Same with H as well. They're literally Gen 9. They're literally 4, 5, and 9. That's all they know. But yeah. So Mons on my list.
I gotta know this one though. Where did Spiritomb land?
Spiritomb was in fact. I'm still scrolling.
Oh no!
Where is he? Oh, he definitely got points.
Is this the forgotten Pokemon? What's going on?
No. He got 14 points.
14. What was the minimum to get on the list?
Wow. 24. So he was 10 points off.
Okay.
So there was
so
there was 3 Pokemon which just missed out on the top 15, which were Basculegion, Marshadow, and Sableye, all missed out by a point.
Okay, I'm actually quite surprised that Basculegion nearly made it. I had Basculegion in my list at number 7, but I didn't think many people appreciated it that much.
Yeah. Right, so Mons on my list we haven't talked about so far. I had Houndstone number 10 because I had it on my team.
Yeah.
And I just really like Houndstone. I had Chandelure in 9th. I had Palisand in 8th. I feel like
Palisand.
I like Palisand. Like its shiny's really cool as well. Like again, it's just a possessed sandcastle. You know, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is on my list, but it's Drifloon.
Drifloon.
Yeah. I just remember just being so iconic in like Diamond and Pearl. Where you can only catch it on a Friday afternoon. It's like, hello, I'm a Drifloon.
It was like
it's just.
It was really exciting to finally get one in Gen 4.
I don't know
when
why.
it actually appeared outside the energy station. I'll say that, but
I know it's simple. It's literally just it's just a possessed balloon, but I just feel like it's a bit creepy. It's like his Dex entry as well, where it's like he takes.
Yeah, the Dex entry is kind of iconic.
Kind of iconic.
It just doesn't like kids.
Yeah. Yeah. I then had the Lolawak next, then Gengar, then Haunter. I had Rotom in 3rd.
Mm.
For the longest time, Rotom was clinging on to 15th spot, and then likes of Duster and Typhlosion just knocked it off. I was like,
yeah,
not today. My second didn't make the top 15 either. I had Hooper.
Hooper, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised not like Little Hooper didn't get as much love as it did. I feel like.
I mean, it was sort of like I had it at 24, so it was sort of like in the upper bits of the list, but like I don't think there's better ghost types.
Yeah,
for sure.
I just feel like it's my second favorite legendary. I had to have it high on my list.
Fair, that's fair.
Plus, he's a little trick, so like Ditto, so I had to like him somehow, right? Exactly. Right. So obviously, Jake, you had Cerulege in 10th.
Yeah, well, I had Cerulege at number 10. I had Mega Gengar at number 9. I had Decidueye was 8. Basculegion was 7. Aegislash was 6. Hisuian Zoroark 5. Gengar 4. Giratina 3. Annihilate 2, and then obviously my boy Golurk at number 1, who I knew was not going to get any love in this video because Ghost types are too unanimous. But
guess how many points Golurk got?
10.
No.
11.
No.
How many?
He was 4 points off top 15.
4 points. No, my boy.
Oh man,
Who else had him on
I'm
their list?
sorry.
Scoots had it third, so he gave it 8 points.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
then
Respect,
then he got a
Scoots. Nice
second.
one.
So it tied with Burnett in 20th spot.
Okay. Well, at least he almost made it. I knew he wouldn't. I even said after last time, like, this is going to infuriate me because I knew Golok was not going to get any love, but he's my favorite Pokemon ever, so I had to mention him.
And then missing the Tenhawk.
And he's not going to get any love when we do ground types either. I just know that, so I have to get in the love where I can.
Yeah. And then the Tenhawk, the only one that didn't make it was Spiritomb. Literally, the other 9 all made it.
I'm so shocked by Spiritomb, I'm not gonna lie.
I am surprised. I had Spiritomb 19, so he was like there was a few things higher for me, but I thought he would be in the top 15.
I like how
sure.
like it was very hard to get in Gen 4. It was very hard to get in Legends Arceus. It was like
that was so fun for me though.
Yeah,
like trying to get Spiritomb in Legends. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was so cool. I'm also surprised that we didn't see Lunala anywhere. If I'm being honest, I kind of thought that was really popular.
Honestly, Lunala didn't get any points like my 20th, 19th list.
I had it 12. Like, I really like it, and like Sun and Moon, like, are not my favorite games. Like, they didn't stick with me as much as they stuck with a lot of people. But Lunala is really cool, and I had the like Dustwings Necrozma at number 16 as well.
Yeah. Should I go through ChatGPT's
list? It'd probably be around 15 or so for me.
That's fair. Yeah, ChatGPT's list. I have to know this.
So originally it gave me a list, and I thought, hang on a minute, it never gives me like the baby forms or anything. So I said, this time, why don't you include some non-evolved Pokemon this time and see what we got? So, obviously now we had Gengar number 1, Chandelure number 2, Aegislash number 3, Mimikyu number 4, number 5.
Same as me. Wow.
Number 5, Shuppet.
What?
Number 6 was Duskull.
Duskull, okay.
Number 7 was Sableye.
Okay, I can at least respect that.
Number 8 was Haunter.
Fair.
Number 9 was Phantump.
Okay.
Okay.
And number 10 was Litwick.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. To be fair, like Trevenant, I think is really underrated. I had Trevenant at number 20, but Phantump, like
I know that's crazy.
Oh my god! I had Shuppet. I had like I don't know exactly how many ghost types we all worked out that there were, but I had a total of 79 that I ranked, and Shuppet was 76. Yes, they were right at the bottom.
I only had 78 because I only had one Gimmighoul on there, like not combined. So that's why 78. So there was only a grand total of, I believe, 16 Pokemon which didn't get any points whatsoever. Would you like to have? Would you like to each of you have one guess of a Pokemon you think got absolutely no love whatsoever?
Jellicent.
He's thinking.
I got
well, no, Brambleghast, because every time I think about Gen 9, I forget Brambleghast exists.
There are so... Like, looking at this list, it's interesting to me.
I've got, look.
Although, actually, there's so many choices. There's so many choices that could be bad.
So many that could be bad.
I wish that Blacephalon would be down here with 0, because I think that thing is hideous. But I bet at least someone would have given it a point.
It nearly made my list kind of like using competitively, but it just wasn't for me.
It might be good competitively, but it's an abomination.
Yeah, I used to call it Katy Perry because it
just looking at this one like Blacephalon, that thing looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it is just ridiculous. But okay, no, I'm gonna finalize Jellicent as well. That was my gut. I'm gonna go Jellicent as my guess.
Jellicent. Okay.
Yeah.
So in alphabetical order, we have Brambleghast, obviously.
Yeah.
Bramblin, obviously.
Yeah.
Dawnwings Necrozma.
Oh.
Doublade, didn't get any points.
Okay.
Dracolac, the middle Dragapult.
Dracloak.
Dracolac. I just call it Dracolac. Dreepy didn't get any points.
Okay.
Frillish didn't get any points.
Yeah.
Gigantamax Gengar didn't get any points, obviously. Galette didn't get any points. Galette.
Yeah. Also not surprised by that, even though, Brit, my boy.
Honedge, no points.
Wow.
Oricorio Sensu style, no points. Poltergeist. Poltergeist? The baby, like, green tea thing. Runarigus, no points.
No.
Sandygast, no points. Spectria, no points. And Galarian Yamask, no points.
Galarian Yamask was literally my lowest. I hate that thing. It's so ugly.
So Jellicent got...
Jellicent got points.
Jellicent got a grand total of 13 points.
13 points? Oh my god.
Someone had it in their top 3.
Wow, I'm so sorry to that person, whoever that is. Who is that? Who was it?
H.
Of course it was 8.
They were making their list when I was playing Pikmin last night, and they went, "Oh my god, Mr. Pringles."
For God's sake. Okay, right. Well, yeah, okay, sure, whatever.
And just for context...
Okay, well, I'm sorry, H,
and just for context,
but your tastes are awful.
They had Mimikyu number 1.
Okay, well, I mean, that's at least fair. God. Yeah, like Galarian Yamask was literally bottom of my list, and then regular Yamask was only one above that. Like, I think they're both hideous.
Yeah. Last but not least, do you want to guess what Alka's number 1 spot was?
Alka's number 1?
Yeah.
Well, you haven't mentioned it, so it must be...
Oh, no.
I mean, I feel like, and I got no idea why I say this.
Just for context, it's not Shedinja. Just for context, his favorite regional form was Hisuian Growlithe. Context.
Right.
What do you think his number 1 ghost type was?
Galarian Corsola?
No, it was Greavard.
I'm trying to look at what would be a good pet.
It was Greavard.
Oh,
Greavard.
Yeah.
The baby ghost dog.
Wait, what? Why did you mention the Hisuian? What did that have to do with it?
Because that was his favourite regional form, which was literally just a dog with a dodgy haircut.
Oh, I see.
And then Greavard is basically a dog with a dodgy haircut.
Oh my
I went
God.
through his chat, his reasons, like, I want it as a pet.
Yeah, he had Greavard number 1 and then Houndstone number 2. I was like, what the hell, Alcaraz? What are you doing? But yeah, that was our top 10 ghost types. So we had Typhlosion in 15th, Dusknoir 14th, Zoroark 13th, Frostlass 12th, Haunter 11th, Alolawak 10th, Annihilate 9th, Decidueye 8th, Dragapult 7th, Aegislash and Ceruledge, basically the most edgy boys on this list in 5th. We then had Giratina 4th, Chandelure 3rd, and Clear 2nd and 1st, Mimikyu 2nd, and Gengar number 1. So we've had Gen 1 has won 2 lists and Gen 4's won 1 so far. So, best gens.
That'll be an interesting experiment actually to keep a track of.
Which gen
we get through all the types.
Which gen win list? What gen are we going to do next? We've done normal ghosts and eyes. Well, what type we do next?
I don't know. We kind of just like naturally ended up on normal and then ghost type, but I don't know what we could do next.
What's the most obscure one to do next? Do we do dragon? Because we had the Salamence debate earlier.
We could do dragon to get that out of the way because I'll probably get crucified for that one.
Top 10 dragon types incoming next video.
Steel could be interesting because that's probably a random one.
Yeah. I think we should do dragon.
I feel like Steel's going to be a bit of... I feel like Bug is also going to be a bit of a wild card.
Yeah. Right.
But I kind of want to save Bug for later. I feel like Bug's going to be interesting.
Right, we're going to do dragon next, then after that we'll do Steel. There we go. And then we'll do Fairy.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So if you want to see...
Looking at types, I know what my top archetype would be.
What's that?
the spoilers. Spoilers.
It'll be revealed.
Spoilers when we get to dark. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Jack and Nintendo as always. Links for Nintendo will be in the description down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favourite ghost types in the comments. See if we got it right. If it's not Gengar or Mimikyu, then you're clearly wrong. So
if it's Yamask, then go die.
Much obliged. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.